bet you didn't know the government might be able to control your mind. For decades, whispers have circulated about the government's foray into mind control, a chilling prospect that seems ripped from the pages of science fiction. But what if it's not fiction? What if the technology to manipulate thoughts and emotions from afar already exists? This isn't about tinfoil hats or conspiracy theories. This is about the very real possibility of EMF brain stimulation, a technology that could be used to influence our thoughts, feelings, and even actions without our knowledge or consent. Imagine a world where governments or other powerful entities could remotely control our minds, turning us into unwitting puppets. It sounds impossible, yet the seeds of this technology were planted decades ago. The journey into the depths of mind control begins in the 1950s with Project MK Ultra, a top-secret CIA program that delved into the murky world of behavioral modification. Through unethical experiments on unwitting subjects, the CIA explored the potential of drugs, hypnosis, and other techniques to control human behavior. While MK Ultra was officially halted in the 1970s, many believe its legacy lives on in more sophisticated forms. Today, EMF brain stimulation stands as a potential successor to MK Ultra's sinister ambitions. This technology, shrouded in secrecy, utilizes electromagnetic frequencies to interact with the electrical activity of the brain. The implications are staggering, suggesting the possibility of remotely monitoring, manipulating, and even controlling our thoughts and actions. I'm sure you've heard the news. To understand the potential of EMF brain stimulation, we must first delve into the dark history of MK Ultra. This CIA program, shrouded in secrecy, explored the darkest corners of human manipulation, using unsuspecting citizens as guinea pigs in their quest for mind control. The methods employed by MK Ultra were as unethical as they were disturbing, involving the administration of LSD, hypnosis, and other forms of psychological torture. While the program was officially terminated, the spectre of MK Ultra continues to haunt us, serving as a chilling reminder of the government's willingness to explore the depths of mind control. MK Ultra's legacy is not merely confined to the past, it serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the slippery slope that can occur when ethical boundaries are crossed in the pursuit of scientific advancement. The chilling experiments of MK Ultra paved the way for the potential development of even more sophisticated and insidious forms of mind control, like EMF brain stimulation. While MK Ultra primarily focused on chemical and psychological methods of control, EMF brain stimulation represents a technological leap forward, utilizing electromagnetic frequencies to directly interact with the brain. This advancement raises profound ethical questions about the nature of free will and the potential for abuse by those in power. This is going to blow your mind. Our brains are electrochemical organs, a symphony of electrical impulses firing between neurons that create our thoughts, emotions, and actions. This electrical activity generates a subtle electromagnetic field, a faint signature of our cognitive processes. For years, scientists have used technologies like EEG, or electroencephalography, to measure and record these brainwaves, providing valuable insights into brain function and disorders. However, imagine if this technology could be harnessed not just to observe brain activity, but to influence it from afar. This is the unsettling premise behind EMF brain stimulation. By emitting specific electromagnetic frequencies, it's theorized that we can interact with the brain's electrical activity, potentially altering thoughts, emotions, and even behaviors. Proponents argue that EMF brain stimulation could revolutionize the treatment of neurological disorders, offering new hope for conditions like depression, anxiety, and PTSD. However, the potential for misuse is equally profound. I bet you didn't know about radiation intelligence. In the world of intelligence gathering, knowledge is power. Traditional methods like HUMINT or Human Intelligence and SIGINT, which stands for Signals Intelligence, have long been used to collect information. But, a new player has emerged on the field. Radiation intelligence. Radiation intelligence, or RADINT, focuses on the interception and analysis of unintentionally emitted electromagnetic radiation. This can include everything from the heat signatures of buildings to the electromagnetic fields generated by electronic devices. But RADINT goes beyond simply eavesdropping on electronic devices. Remember the brain's faint electromagnetic field? Some believe that RADINT could be used to detect and interpret these signals, essentially reading minds from afar. This is where EMF brain stimulation and RADINT intersect, raising chilling possibilities. If EMF brain stimulation can be used to manipulate brain activity and RADINT can be used to monitor it, then the potential for invasive surveillance and control becomes a terrifying reality. I bet you didn't know the extent of the NSA's surveillance capabilities. The National Security Agency, or NSA, known for its vast surveillance programs, plays a central role in this story. Tasked with monitoring and intercepting electronic communications, the NSA possesses both the technological capabilities and the motivation to explore the potential of EMF brain stimulation and RADINT. While the NSA operates under a veil of secrecy, leaks and whistleblowers have provided glimpses into its vast surveillance apparatus. Documents leaked by Edward Snowden in 2013 revealed the staggering scope of the NSA's data collection efforts, raising serious concerns about privacy and government overreach. Given the NSA's history and its mandate to collect intelligence, it's not a stretch to imagine that the agency has explored or is currently exploring the potential of EMF brain stimulation and RADINT. The ability to remotely monitor and manipulate the thoughts of individuals would be an incredibly powerful tool, and it's unlikely that an agency like the NSA would ignore such a possibility. The potential for abuse is immense. Imagine a government that can silence dissent before it even begins, or manipulate citizens into supporting policies that run contrary to their best interests. The ethical implications of such technology are staggering, prompting a crucial conversation about the balance between national security and individual freedom. You need to hear this if you're concerned about your privacy. The idea of EMF brain stimulation and RADINT might seem like science fiction, but the technology is not so far-fetched. We live in a world where our thoughts, feelings and actions are increasingly mediated by technology. Our smartphones, computers and smart devices are constantly collecting data about us, building detailed profiles of our habits, preferences and even our thoughts. EMF brain stimulation and RADINT represent a dangerous escalation of this trend. They offer the potential for silent, invisible control, bypassing our conscious awareness and manipulating our very thoughts and emotions. This is not just a theoretical threat, it's a very real possibility that we must confront. We must demand transparency from our governments and intelligence agencies about the development and potential use of EMF brain stimulation and RADINT. We must engage in open and honest conversations about the ethical implications of these technologies, and we must establish clear boundaries and safeguards to prevent their misuse. The future of our minds may depend on it. We must remain vigilant, informed, and engaged in the fight to protect our cognitive liberty. The alternative is a world where our thoughts are no longer our own, a chilling prospect that we cannot allow to become reality.